Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense analyst, is joining us on the broadcast for more on this story. Major Shah, New York deciding to flag and unfurl a big Ukrainian flag over the city. Obviously a show of support, isn't it?
Definitely it is a show of support, but I would call it a symbolic show of support. And by flying the Ukrainian flag in New York would not save lives of the thousands who are dying in Ukraine, of the small children, of the ladies who are getting widowed, the children who are getting orphaned, who are dying. That would not save them. What would actually save them is talking peace, in getting to the book and to the table and to discuss things out. And these symbolism, honestly speaking, if you ask me personally, I would not say it really means too much there, because it will show, it's a symbolism. It would show, yes, solidarity with them, yes, we are with you, yes. But would that save the blood that is being drawn from Ukraine? It would not. Only peace would do that, and that only way is to concede to one another's demands amicably, to come to a peace talk, to a situation where both the parties would stop killing each other there.
Ukrainian army has now 43 more tanks than at the beginning of the war. According to analysts, since the beginning of the war, Russian army has lost 530 tanks, while the armed forces of Ukraine have lost 74 of their own but captured 117 enemy tanks. So interesting development taking place now, Major Shah, where we are learning that the Ukrainian army now has more tanks than the Russians. Or rather, at least figuratively speaking, talking about the situation at the start of the war.
Definitely, yes, it is there, 100%, there's no denying that. And both the countries, in fact, are ruining each other's tanks, their soldiers, their armory. There's no denying that at all. I mean, both of them, I mean, even Ukraine's putting up a very, very tough fight. But then at the end of the day, there has to be peace which has to be prevailed. When both the countries take claim that we have destroyed so many tanks, so many armored columns, so many soldiers, so many senior officers, I mean, Ukraine claims they have, which Russia has also accepted, that 5 major generals of Russia have been killed, and Russians claim that they have destroyed so many of the Ukrainian forces. But then it's not a matter of pride, I feel, that it is that we have destroyed so many. I see it as how many children they have made homeless, how many families they have destroyed. It is irreparable damage, devastation. So only way is to talk peace. Once again, I see that, okay, when countries come forward, it has to be actually, it's not just talk, some action has to result from that. And yes, the peace should prevail. The only way is to ensure the kind of energy that one puts in, the Western powers, in flying their flag symbolically, in trying to show their support, in giving standing ovation and clapping them. If half that much of energy is put in trying to make President Putin understand, though I know it's very, very difficult, easier said than done, in trying to make President Zelensky understand, both the parties should understand that. And you cannot clap with one hand. You have to clap with both the hands. So similarly, I think it is very, very important to actually talk peace, to get them to actually shake hands. Because war is such a dreaded thing there, where young men, young people who do not know each other, who do not hate each other, kill each other on the orders of senior people who know each other, who hate each other, and who want to fight each other, but they use the younger ones to fight against them over there.
Okay, right. Stay with us. In fact, we're getting more breaking news now coming in. Joe Biden has come out and said Ukraine should be able to attend G20 meetings if efforts to remove Russia are unsuccessful. After meetings with NATO allies, US President Biden held a press conference and said efforts to isolate Russia need to be intensified and Russia should be removed from G20. So big developments coming in, a big statement, Major Shah. Joe Biden reiterating that, Russia should be removed from G20, otherwise Ukraine should be able to attend meetings too.
Ukraine should be able to attend meetings too, there's no denying that. But I will take you back to 2014 when Russia had attacked Crimea. At that time, the G8 countries, Russia was removed from them and it was made G7. And Russia, President Vladimir Putin could not take that humiliation at that time. Similarly, now in November, when we have the G20 summit in Jakarta, and the Russian ambassador to Jakarta has informed that President Putin has expressed his interest that he would be attending. Yes, it is a matter of concern for the US. US would not really want to favor that, and they would say that Ukraine should be allowed to attend too. It's only being fair. Yes, if Russia comes, Ukraine, I mean, if America is here, the demand over here, I think it is quite reasonable. It is not irrational or illogical. Yes, Ukraine should be, I think both the countries should be allowed to participate in that over there.
Okay, let's leave it at that, Mr. Srivastava and Major Shah. Thank you both for joining us with your perspectives on that story.